Good morning, guys. Unfrequented world, and I have tragic news. Somebody stole my Fitbit when I was on vacation. Dirty buggers. I took it off to go in the hot tub and came back to my pool seat, and my shirt was gone. My phone was still there, but my beloved Fitbit was gone. As you guys can see behind me there, I have some workout equipment here in my living room. I am serious about trying to stay healthy in my old age. I go to the gym 3 times a week. I probably run 5 or 6 miles, not a lot anymore. And I walk a lot. I probably walk 10 or 12 miles a week. And then all of the other extracurricular sports I do. I still play football in the fall. I play baseball in the summer. So I do take my health pretty serious. So what I wanted to show you guys is there is some good news that came out of this. I have found a product that I've only been using in a week, but I'm going to review it for you guys. It's actually as good as my Fitbit, and I actually like some of the features better, and it's about 1/3 the price. So I'm going to show you guys what I've bought and what I'm using. So there's the product I bought off of Amazon.ca, guys. 35 bucks. I was a little skeptical as to how well it would work, but let me just go over a couple of features for you guys. So this thing actually comes in a few different colors, and it will track steps taken, calories burned, heart rate, your sleep quality. Connects to your mobile's GPS, so it actually tracks your distance when you go for a run and things like that. Keeps track of other sports data. You can do up to 14 different types of sports that you can put on the phone. You get all of your messages through your phone. It connects to all of your Twitter and Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all those things. And another feature for me that was a little cool is you can control your camera with it, which my Fitbit never did. You can set it up to control your phone camera, so that's cool as well. Okay, so call me skeptical. For 40 bucks, I thought, this thing's not going to be that good, but I didn't want to spend 170 bucks to get another Fitbit. I was replacing the Alta HR. In the last 4 months that I had my Alta HR, it would not connect to the app on my phone. I had numerous problems with that. Uninstalled, reinstalled, it would work for a couple days and then it would stop. So by the end of my Fitbit, which I loved, I was just pretty much using it as a pedometer every day and a watch. So I thought, well, this thing can't be any worse than that, and let's try it. And guys, after 1 week, I am extremely happy. Here's what the watch looks like. So it's actually a little bit bigger than my Fitbit was, a little bit wider. So if you flick your wrist, it'll show you whatever face you have it set to. Mine is just the time and your steps. And if you tap it, it comes up with your walking information, and if you hold on to it for a couple of seconds, it will open up the information panel, which gives you all of your information. Your steps, your distance, your minutes that you've been walking, your calories. And we can scroll through heart rate measurement. This one does have the heart rate, which was very important to me. I think to be accurate, these things do need a heart rate measurement. Look at that, guys. See, I am pretty healthy for an old guy. You can do a walk. I have mine set for walk, run, biking, and tennis are the 4 that I've put on here. I'll show you guys the app so we can look at what other ones you can put on there. So what I wanted to show you is if you want to go for a walk and specifically record that walk, you just hold on to it for a long press. It counts down, and then it tells you to go, and it tracks all of your time, your distance, your beats per minute, and then that will log that as as a workout for the day. So that's a really cool feature that my Fitbit never had. And to stop it, you just hold your finger on it for a few seconds again. Short training session, not saved. So how accurate is this Mpow fitness tracker? Very accurate. The steps, I've counted a couple hundred steps at a time. I've done this test probably about 8 times this week, and it's always within 3 steps. It's either bang on, a step under, or a step or 2 over. Very accurate, the same as my Fitbit. I did the same testing with it when I got it. This is just as accurate. Now, there is one thing with this pedometer that I couldn't figure out when I first got it. I almost sent this watch back. It was not keeping track of steps. I would get up in the middle of the night, go to the washroom, or I'd get up in the morning, make a coffee. Then I realized when you're walking short distances, and I did a bit of research, anything under 25 steps, it doesn't count. And I know why, because it's trying to eliminate arm movement and arm swings. If you compare my Fitbit HR Alta to my wife's Fitbit, she had the model before, she always has about 1,000 steps more than I do throughout the day. So this Mpow tracker trying to combat arm movement and swinging when you're sitting at a computer desk, things like that, it doesn't count the first 25 steps. So you have to be aware of that. I wasn't, and I'm like, it's not tracking my movements. So when I get up now, it actually makes me take a few extra steps. Make sure I get 30 steps in there so it counts them. So I'm not super stoked about that feature, but once you realize what's going on, that the tracker is working, you got to take more than 25 steps at a time or it won't count it. When it is counting, very accurate. The heart rate, bang on. I've done 10 tests where I take my heart rate during exercise, before, after, whatever, and it's always right on. It's perfect. The sleep tracker is as good as a Fitbit, shows me about the same information, maybe even a little bit smarter, because when I watch TV before I go to bed at night, a hockey game or something, the Fitbit used to think I was sleeping on the couch, I guess, but this one the other night I noticed, I watched the Canada Olympics, the women were playing for gold. Unfortunately, we got silver. Good on you, US, because you outplayed Canada. I don't like to say that, but the tracker, the Mpow tracker, actually noted that I was awake. It counted it under the sleep time, but for the 2.5 hours I was here watching the game, it showed up as awake. So maybe even a little bit better than my Fitbit was. So the fitness app for the Mpow tracker is called VeryFit Pro. And so there's today's stats. I've logged. Every time you log in, it automatically starts syncing, which is fantastic. And if you pull down on your top screen, it will also manually sync it. And within here, you've got things that you can keep track of under Activities tab. It does your calories, your mileage, your duration. You can look at your Sleep tab, and if you flick it up, it actually gives you your bar graph on the bottom. And it'll show your heart rate, your resting heart rate, average heart rate, maximum, and it'll keep track of that for the week. And if you go into the details on the bottom, it graphs everything for the week. You can click back on the top here where the calendar is, and you can go back, I guess, as far as you like. I've only had it a week, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so to show you guys how to add onto your watch different activities, you click the plus button at the bottom and then the activity guy, and these are all the ones that you can add. So you see there are 10 of them here on the app. The other 4 are on my watch right now. The ones I'm not using are mountaineering, badminton, fitness, dynamic cycling, treadmill, yoga, basketball, football, tennis, and dancing. It'll show you your call alerts, your camera shooting function, heart rate detection. You can set up which faces you want to use on the watch, your activity display, your dials, all of the stuff. So it's very intricate. And then obviously on the last tab is your user information, which you can put in all of your private user information. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you guys on here is a battery capacity. I'm down to 58%. Well, this watch has been on my wrist for 6 days and 6 nights. So much bigger battery than what we had in my Fitbit Alta HR. Here's the watch off my wrist, and I couldn't figure out how to charge it the first time I used it. So the side that has the button that you touch for all your activities and everything, you're just going to pull the wristband off, and this plugs into your USB charger, your USB slot. So, okay, so here's a USB charger I have plugged in on the computer, guys. Here's the watch, and you just plug it in, and then it shows you a red light and how much charge you have in your tracker. So these are splash resistant, not waterproof. Has a 1-year warranty, and so far, guys, I'm extremely happy with mine. For 40 bucks, I don't know. I couldn't see replacing the Fitbit with another one, and losing it again or having it stolen again. I'd be very upset. But I actually like some of the features on this one better. I like the ability to track a biking session or a tennis session. Before, the Fitbit was trying to guess my workouts and it never got it right. So this way I can manually start recording and stop when I'm done, and I like that feature better. So everything I've mentioned so far, I'm impressed. I did have to contact customer service because I thought mine wasn't counting properly when I was missing those steps in the beginning that I talked about, and customer service got back to me the next day through email, so no problems there either. There is support if you do need it, guys. So I think for 40 bucks, it's a no-brainer. It kind of shows you how much the markup on all of these little electronic devices are. So for me, it's working out, and I love it. I'm going to give it a full Unfrequented World recommendation. Thanks for watching, guys.